inchworm to hollow. Big palms, fingers gripping the floor. If you need to bend those knees because the hamstrings are tight, that's fine. We'll go as far out into a hollow position as you can. Pressing away from the floor, squeezing the butt, tucking it under. Press away from the floor, nice active shoulder, and then creep your feet in as far as you can go without letting the palms come up. Or you might be able to even get closer to the floor in the hollow position. Just make sure that you don't lose that hollow position and start to arch the back. So that's your inchworm to hollow. Then you have popping inchworm, which looks like this. Pop, 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 pop into my plank. Pop, pop, pop. All right, so same points of performance. I always have an active shoulder. My elbows never bend. I'm always pressing away from the floor, having a nice active shoulder, and my midline stays tight. I pop out to that plank position, and then I pop my feet in. So push away from the floor, 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 and then I can keep going forward if I want. Last one, straddle hops or drags. These are a little tough. So one thing I'm working on with the press to handstand is not starting with my straddle position super wide, because the more narrow your legs are, the more your hips are stacked over your shoulder, which makes it easier to press to handstand. So I'm going to start also easier to start out here, harder to start closer to your feet. All right, so we got a couple options. I'm going to start out a little bit farther. I'm going to pull my feet in so they're about yay far apart and press away from the floor. Then pushing away from the floor, I'm going to try to think about pulling my quads towards my belly button. Okay, and trying to get my feet to the outsides of my hands. Walk forward a little bit, press away from the floor. Try to think about pulling my quads into my belly button and pull forward. What you don't want to do is shift too far forward and plunge with the shoulders. So you don't want to be leaning really far forward. That's not the goal of the press to handstand. That's the goal of a different movement called the plunge. All right, another option is to add a little bit of a hop. Okay, a little bit of an assist there. If you're struggling with the movement, that's totally fine. We're really just trying to work on that compression strength, keep our wrists, our shoulders stacked over our wrists as much as possible. They are going to have a slight forward lean, that's fine. And try to get those hips stacked over the shoulders as much as possible. And again, really thinking about pulling our quads towards our belly button in order to get our feet right outside of our hands.